Here, I fucking can't do this right now. I sat on the rock wall and cried behind my sunglasses as a 31-year-old adult. So let's go. We're trying. I just really don't like it. I was about to start my video and I have my first guest today. Hi, do you want to say hi to the camera? This is her. Ladies and gentlemen, her. Yes, sweetie. I love you too. Oh my god, I love you so much. So, this is not fun for me, but something I've never really talked about a lot on my social media is how much I actually live with terrible, terrible social anxiety. And it's a long story, and it's very up and down, a lot of highs and lows, which is why I have this little girl here. But I think like any regular person, it goes back to the highs when there's a change in your life. And not that I'm upset with any of the changes or I'm like scared, but like it is scary, you know, in the sense of it's a change. Not scary that it's like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Because that's, we know. It's just scary because now I am living a completely different life than I've been living for the past 3 years. And it's a lot. With that being said, my anxiety has been through the fucking roof lately. Like yesterday, to be completely honest with you, I could not get off my couch. Yesterday morning, it took everything in me to get off my couch and go to the grocery store. And I was like having a panic attack the whole time. There's just some days where it's like physically I can't do anything. Sunday, I could not get out of my bed. I was so anxious all day that I could not get out of my bed. And I don't know what to do in that exact moment. It hasn't been that bad in a long time. But there are times when I'm like, I can't get up right now. And it's really hard for people to understand that, especially if they've never dealt with anxiety or have never had that themselves. So basically, I'm coming on here to say this because I want people to know they're not alone if they are also having these issues, but I also need to know that I'm not alone, to be honest with you, because some days it feels like I'm fucking crazy. Like I'm like, there's no reason for me to just be laying in bed, but I physically can't get up right now. So I guess also let me just give you all kind of a backstory because it's not anything new. This has been going on my entire life. I remember all the way in elementary school, starting in 3rd grade, I was on the basketball team and I loved playing basketball. Like I truly enjoyed it. It was so much fun. Before each basketball game as a 3rd grader, I would get so sick to my stomach that I would throw up. And there were times, like I didn't know how does a 3rd grader explain that? There were times when I would tell my parents like, I cannot go to this game. My stomach hurts so bad. I'm so sick to my stomach. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But how does a 3rd grader explain that they're having social anxiety at that point? So there were times I played the whole time, but like there were games I missed because I was so sick. It went into college. So actually there was a time right after I graduated high school where some significant things happened in my life that I don't want to dive into right now, maybe later. I just don't want to do that right now. But significant things happened in my life, and then it was a big event. And when that happened, I did not leave my house for like months after that. And that's when my anxiety went to a whole different level, to the point where if I was leaving my house to do anything, I would have to throw up first. I would be in the bathroom physically throwing up. And typically, to be honest, if I threw up the one time, I felt a lot better. I was like, I just have to get this out of my system. I'm so anxious, I'm so sick. I just gotta throw up. And I wouldn't make myself throw up, it would just naturally happen. I had to throw up before leaving my house to do anything. Grocery store, to go get food, The same summer that this stuff happened in my life, I was also staying at my friend's house almost every day, basically. He was my best friend at the time. We spent the entire summer with each other. So it's not like I was not used to going to his house, but every single day I would leave my house to go to his, I would throw up before going because I was so anxious. So that was right before college. And then I went to college and it became time to do class things, right? Which was terrible. I had to go to my doctor and get a doctor's note stating that I could not do presentations, couldn't do anything. They had to give me an alternate assignment or let me do it like in private. Because in the beginning, same thing as high school, I just would not show up for the presentations. And then obviously in college, that's a big part of your grade. So I was just taking L's, getting zeros, and I was like, no, this can't work. So then they had to start giving me alternate assignments or letting me do them in private. And the entire time, the feedback that I got was like, this makes no sense that you're this anxious about it. Like, you were really good at presenting. Like, so a professor literally sat me down and was like, Cody, you're one of the best presenters that I've had in a while. And I'm not just saying that, like, this doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, I don't know. I just physically can't do it. I will be in the bathroom throwing up. And even still, there were times that I was late to the private presentations because I was throwing up. And I think as far as like the presentation aspect of it and like the school side, it comes from me. I don't know if it comes from this, but it's exaggerated from me being a bit of a perfectionist, and I don't ever want to mess up or make people think that I don't know what I'm doing. So with presentations, I would practice, and then I present and it's perfect. And everyone's like, Cody, this makes no sense. So I think the school side of it, or like any type of work that I'm doing, I am just a bit of a perfectionist and it makes it 10 times worse. The social side of it, maybe 2 months ago, my friends were in town visiting. They weren't staying with me, so I was meeting them out one night and they wanted me to meet them at this club beside my house. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't been out in months. I don't know that I can do that. And they were like, Cody, you have to. This is the only night we can see each other, blah, blah, blah. So I did, and thankfully I had my Apple Watch on. When I was walking, it's like literally a 2-minute walk from my apartment to the club. It's literally right there. When I was walking to the club, I got to the door and I had to take a second before I went in, and my Apple Watch alerted me that my heart rate was very high. And it was like 150 something walking in the door of the club. And it's just always been a really big struggle with me. So sometimes it's to that level where I can't go out into like a social setting. But sometimes, like the last 5 days, it's where I don't even want to leave my apartment. And that sucks. And truly, it's very hard to find people that understand that. Like, people think I'm just being dramatic, but I can't do it. I can't leave my apartment. So with the changes that I announced on Monday, I also just want to try new things, right? And so I've been telling myself that I'm going to work out outside because there's outdoor places here on the beach to work out. And I'm like, I've been stressing about being crammed into an office for 3 years. I want to be outside. I want to be doing this and this and this. So I'm like, let me try to work out outside. And I'm going to be completely honest. Monday I went and I was so self-conscious. Literally no one was even looking at me, and I know that, but I was so self-conscious when I got there and I was like, this is my biggest fear. I fucking can't do this right now. There's like a rock wall around the area where people work out. I sat on the rock wall and cried behind my sunglasses as a 31-year-old adult. And I was like, I can't do this right now. I should not be here. And I felt so defeated, and literally nothing happened, but I felt so defeated, and I felt so, I don't even know how to explain it, bad about myself, and was like, why am I letting this bother me this much, you know? But it happened. And I did not work out there. I wish I could give you a success story, but I didn't. There's a smaller little gym area a few streets down on the beach that I know there's no one that is ever there, and the crowd is always at the bigger place. The smaller one doesn't have as much equipment, and it has weird equipment that I don't even know how to use, to be honest with you. It's like jungle equipment. So one, if I go there, I'm gonna have a fucking panic attack about how to use the equipment, which is what happened. I got there and then sat on the wall again and was like, what the fuck do I do? I don't know how to use any of this stuff. So the point of that is, it's okay, but I also need you guys to tell me it's okay, because I feel like I'm a crazy person sometimes. And I'm still feeling that way today. Not that I'm crazy, but an anxious piece of shit is what I feel like today. Like, I took my dog out this morning and there were people everywhere walking around, and I was so anxious that we literally went around the corner, she used the restroom, and I came back inside. And it's not good. I have to get out of this or find a way to cope with it and deal with it, but I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling really, really bad. The most I've struggled in years, since like early undergrad, to be honest. With that being said, I'm gonna try it again today, because I have to keep trying until it works, right? I don't know. That's the only thing I can think to do right now. So I'm gonna change clothes and then we're gonna try to go work out on the beach. It also looks like it's about to rain, so if it rains, I'll have to delay this till later, but we're gonna try it, and I'm gonna take you all along this time because I need, I don't know, I guess accountability. So let's go. We're trying. Whew, all right. We're here again. And guess what we're doing again? Sitting on the wall. Ooh, wow. I just, like, really don't like it. And to be completely honest, I went past the main one again because there were so many people there. And it really wasn't even as busy as it normally is. But I just couldn't even do it. I just kept going. I looked on and was like, nope, not it. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is do stuff at this other one that I'm at right now, the smaller one, because there's not that many, there's like 6 people here, and there's not a crowd on the wall watching. So I think I'm gonna try to get started here, get like warmed up and feel a little more comfortable, and then go back to that one and try some things. I'm gonna do it. Today's the day. Today is the day. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna record myself here. I guess we'll see in a second, but here I go. Okay. I just finished at the first one. Oh, and I did enough to like warm up and get out of my fucking mindset that I was in, because it was not good. And to be honest, I turned on some ratchet music, which, if you know me, that always makes me feel better. So I turned on my ratchet music and I just went at it. I did 5 sets of pull-ups there, and then I did a superset of 5 rounds with dips and some ab stuff. So now I'm about to go to the other one and see how many people are there. It literally looks like it's about to rain, so I'm hoping there's not that many people there. But they have a lot of free weights there that I want to use, so we're going there. I'm doing it. I'm here. I just came up and grabbed some kettlebells just to do stuff that I feel comfortable doing. It's really not that bad. There's not that many people here right now, so I feel a little more comfortable. I just did it. I will say, I always told myself I would never work out at Muscle Beach, and I would never work out here shirtless. And the only reason I just had to do it shirtless was because it started raining for a split second, and my shirt was the only thing I had to cover my camera. So I had to get shirtless, and then I made a mistake. And I realized I came here in my Skims shirt, Yeezys, and Skim socks. We're outside on the beach in the sand. Everything's dirty. So my shirt is filthy now. My Yeezys are full of sand, and my Skim socks are full of sand. So thanks for coming along. Whew, I just got back home with my friend again. I did it, my normal workouts. I used free weights, kettlebells, some plates, all that type of stuff. So I did it. And even though I was still super anxious the whole time, I feel really good mentally that 1, I got a workout in, but 2, I did it. Like, just straight to the point, I did it. And it's something I just thought I was not gonna do at all, to be honest with you. But I did. And I thankfully just got back inside because it's about to start storming, which is why it looks much darker than it did earlier. I know this was a very small thing, but this is a big accomplishment for me today, which is, I think, what it's all about. You have to have small wins, and that was a small win, but a huge win for me. So really, the point of me posting this video is because I want to hear from you all. If this is something you all struggle with, if you struggle with social anxiety or any type of anxiety, depression, which is what I felt yesterday when I couldn't get off my couch, how do you overcome that? Like, what do you do? Because I don't know. I don't know how to fix myself when I'm in that state of mind, and I want advice because it's a struggle. I go out in the sun and like try to get fresh air, but then I'm still anxious outside. I'm just anxious in the sun, and then I'm anxiously hot and sweaty. So please share with me any tips you all have, anything that works with you, because I'm really trying to not let that affect my life as dramatically as it has been. So I would love to hear from you all. Thank you for watching this. This was more of a serious talk, I know. But just talking to you all and knowing that like I was shooting this video, I think was like a weird way to hold myself accountable, because I did not want to do it when I got there. Once I got there, I was like, no, if not, the video is just over. Then I have nothing to finish the video with. So that was helpful. But for real, I want to know what kind of tips, tricks you all have, advice, because it's been hard. And I know I'm not the only one. So let me know. Thank you all for watching this. I love you so much. See you soon.